Hey, good morning. And I thought I'd do a quick video, not about anything related to anything really, but just something that's topical. Why not? This huge honey scam, things like that. I feel like there's one question I haven't seen anyone directly answering yet, which is a very important one, actually. So, as a brief, quick rundown of what it is honey is a online coupon finder, basically. If you're browsing the web and you want to go and buy some sort of product, it's going to say, we'll automatically scan for the best coupons, but it doesn't. And the whole system is working around the affiliate system, essentially meaning that, before I go buy something, it checks all these coupon codes, and all those coupon codes are really nothing more than affiliate codes. It's a type of thing where if you work in online influencing, you're going to get a lot of deals from people who come up to you and say, hey, can you go ahead and promote my product? And if you promote my product, I'll give you 10% of every sale, and your viewer will get 10% off. So these sites are designed to go and look out for those coupons and give it to you. The problem is, of course, they don't do a very good job of it. But that not said, there's a big question that nobody has answered yet, and it's really the most important part of this entire situation. And the question is, so when you look at the biggest online retailers that there are, and that's going to be Amazon, Walmart, Apple, eBay, Target, Etsy, etc. Like, you have to ask yourself, these guys all have affiliate programs, right? Actually, I'm not sure if Apple does, but they all have affiliate programs. And the question is, in their affiliate programs, they're usually pretty strict, specifically with Amazon, eBay, Etsy. They're notoriously strict for it. And the way that they have operated in the past is that if you step out of the lines, you get terminated, right? So a way that you might step out of the lines is, for instance, you can't silently set a cookie on a person's computer without them knowing. Like, they don't even really particularly like it if you just say, click this before you buy it. So a lot of influencers will have something and they'll say verbally, like, hey, if you're going to buy something from Amazon, first click one of my links and then do it. And Amazon's actually not pleased. That's against their terms of service to do that type of thing. Just click my link before you do it. So I suspect that's what's happening here is it's not an accident. Amazon, Etsy, Walmart, etc., all these guys, eBay, they're familiar with honey. They know what's going on there. So why are they allowing it? Shouldn't they be like, what the fuck? You're scamming. You guys are scamming away affiliates revenue from our actual affiliates that are pushing us hard. So why are they letting it happening? Why are they not just terminating the account of honey immediately and instantly? It's the simplest answer you can think of. It's because in my opinion, and from what I've seen in my many years of being an affiliate marketer, is that guess what happens when you do significant volume with any of these companies? They negotiate direct rates with you. Now, sometimes that can be increase in rates if they think that you're actually doing something that's beneficial to their business, right? So I used to run everydaycarry.com, which was one of the largest, if not the largest, men's accessory, like wallets. I say men's accessory, sounds a little bit different, but like wallets, watches, pocket knives, things like that. And with that, we had direct rates that were different with Amazon. Amazon gave us different rates. They gave us a partner manager, all this stuff. We got more money for every sale in certain categories, and we got less money in other categories than a normal person would get. So if you just signed up to the affiliate program, you would get more money in specific categories than we would get, but we would get more in other ways. So what I think is happening, and probably the thing that's most damaging from this, is I suspect that's what's happening is that Amazon, Etsy, Walmart, eBay, these big guys, I think that they've negotiated a direct rate with honey that is extremely low. So let's just say, and the rates changed, so it's been a while. Let's just say that Amazon would give you 5% of any sale. And it's not the case. It's based on which category and everything else. But let's just say that they were going to give you 5% of every sale, regardless of what category it was in. I imagine that Amazon has gone out to honey and they've worked together and say, listen, how about 0.25 of a percent? And honey says, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. Why? Well, first off, honey's now getting paid, whereas they weren't before, right? Or they wouldn't, because they could just say, we're going to terminate your account. That's the end. Why would Amazon go along with it? It's a pretty easy answer to go with. Amazon would much prefer to probably pay out 0.25% of an affiliate fee versus what the original affiliate would be entitled to, which would be 5% or higher. This is a pretty nasty thing, if that's the case. And I say this allegedly because this is what I suspect is to be the case. I think time will tell as lawsuits and things like that get founded. I think this is the case. I think that you had the top 5, maybe more, absolutely more. I think they had these websites working directly with Honey, probably giving Honey a greatly reduced rate. And that's the incentive for someone like Amazon or Walmart or Etsy not to terminate the account of Honey, is that we would have had to pay out 5% on every sale to Dan. But now, because 10 or 20% of all of those sales have Honey or customers have Honey installed, great. That's on 20% of them. We're only paying out 0.25% or 1% or whatever. So realistically speaking, these companies are saving money as a result of Honey existing. And that's the value proposition specifically, I think, for Honey, and why they're saying, hey, please don't ban us, don't terminate our account. Here's a good reason why. So that's the part that gets very scary, because that's literally companies conspiring to hurt somebody else in a way that's pretty obvious. And I don't think that you can, I don't want to say legislate that away. I don't think the fact of, I'm a private company, I can give different rates to whoever I want. I think in this case, you're going to have a situation of Honey is directly interfering with the relationship that an affiliate would have with their customer. So that's called tortious interference, directly interfering that way. But more so than that, this seems like an illegal scheme. It definitely seems like a bunch of companies work together to unjustly enrich themselves at the detriment to affiliates, YouTubers, and online websites that promote products and things along those lines. That's my gut take. So none of this is just let me go and put an end to this here. These are all my suspicions of what's the case of my time being in the industry. I would imagine this is the case for most of the guys. Something that hasn't been alluded to yet or specified in the video, I know he's making a second part of it, is I suspect that Honey is also working on a very extortionate model, meaning that it's kind of it's a system that makes a little bit of sense if you think about it, meaning that if a Honey representative approaches your business and says, hey, how do you feel when you go shopping at some sort of, I don't know, whatever, garage sale or something like that, and you say, hey, this is labeled $5. How would you like $4 instead? And they say yes. How do you feel? You feel like a fucking winner, right? As a customer. How would you like it that all of your customers felt like they were a winner and all you had to do is give them 10% off, right? Wouldn't that be cool to do? And then that's their thing of like, when you don't have a coupon, basically your customers are going to feel bad that they don't, and they're going to feel like they might go somewhere else because there's no coupon there. But of course, I have to imagine that there's probably even more extortionate shit as what's being alluded to on that front. But that's the value proposition for you as a business owner. So there's that part there. The customer feels better. And then the second part, which I think is being alluded to as well, is that you might actually have legitimate coupons out there that you forgot about, like Black Friday coupons or something like that, things that you've forgotten to do. Wouldn't it be nice if you were in complete control over what coupons were shown and what coupons were not shown, meaning that you can have the most dangerous coupon out there for you could be something you directly control. And instead of paying out 10% affiliate or 5% affiliate, it's just 1% to us. And then we give them 5% off and everyone's happy and we don't show off any other affiliate coupon codes or anything else. How would you like that to be the case? And the whole thing very much feels to me like the way that Yelp operated with like, oh boy, really sucks. You have a lot of negative reviews here at the top. Wouldn't you like to be in control of that type of situation? You can do that here. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of potential in this as a legal case moving forward, mainly because I suspect quite heavily that there's direct relationships between Honey and the top shopping companies to allow this behavior to continue. And I think that for anyone else, meaning if I was to make a browser extension and to do what they did without implied consent, directly, not even implied consent, direct consent from Amazon, Walmart, Etsy, they would terminate your account immediately, right? They don't want someone just going and setting cookies arbitrarily. There's actually a very, very old case where the federal government got involved, and I think it was the federal government versus Sean Hogan or Digital Point. And back in the day, and this was 10 years ago or more, but back in the day, what happened is that, from my memory, allegedly, all that stuff here, getting better at this legal stuff, but what happened back then was there was a situation where basically just someone owned a website, and anyone who viewed the website, they would very quickly in a pop-up, if you remember those, or a pop under, if you remember those, would kind of open up eBay and then close it really quick. Something along those lines. And that would set the eBay coupon for everyone who visited this website. And they did it in a very sneaky way, allegedly, where it wasn't shown to people inside of California at all. So all of the employees of eBay, maybe they wouldn't see it, or things along those lines. Again, I don't remember the details, but that's what I seem to remember being the case. So in that case, the federal government got involved, and I think there was possible jail time. I think that there was major fines. This is usually an FTC thing. So in general, I think there's two questions of what's going to happen here. Either, and it really comes down to who's going to be first, I think. So obviously the FTC always has a huge amount of power. If they come in here, that supersedes a lot of civil stuff, as far as penalties and things like that. If you get sued, quote unquote, by the FTC, not sued, but, if they take an action against you, a criminal action, the result that they have kind of preempts any class action lawsuits as a result. So I don't know. I think we're going to see soon, very soon, we'll see some sort of legal action taken, and that'll either be a civil action by some class action attorneys that are representing, if I had to guess, most likely are going to be representing some of the biggest affiliates for companies like Amazon and Etsy and eBay, which are, realistically speaking, I know you have Walmart and Best Buy and Target, all these other guys up there. I feel like the really big ones are Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Target, etc. Those are the ones where you're going to make, at least Amazon, eBay, Etsy. I know for sure that that's where you make a tremendous amount of your revenue. There's a lot of other sites that do it. There's companies out there that automate this type of thing. There's companies, I don't know if they're where they're at today, but there used to be Skimlinks, there used to be VigLink, all this type of stuff. And the idea is if you had a website that linked to a product, it would automatically turn it into an affiliate link for you, and you didn't have to do anything. But that was fine because you were still actively going out and doing it, and you were getting the full percentage of it. It's not like they were, only giving you whatever, a small percentage of it. They actually had better rates. They're like, hey, you'll make more with us than if you did it on your own. So that said, I think that's what is going on. That's probably the stuff alluded to in a part 2 of what's coming with Honey, is that's the case. I think that the big brands are familiar, working directly with Honey, and the reason is simple. I would much rather pay out 1% on 20% of my affiliate sales than 5 or 8 or whatever. And that's how they're able to exist. Because if you go through and you look at the terms of service for Amazon's affiliate program, eBay's affiliate program, whatever, it's pretty hard to imagine that Honey as an application would be able to survive in that world. And in fact, really good people to talk to on this front are people that do a lot of affiliate sales in ways that are kind of like this. Now, one of the big ones, I think, were Amazon price trackers. And I think that there was one that got shut down. I'm not going to be able to remember the name, and I'm doing this all in one take, so deal with it. But there was an Amazon price tracker. You know what? Let's see if I can do it. I think it was Camel, actually. And I think what happened... Fuck me, this is so old. I don't even know if it's going to be here anymore. But I think what happened is they lost out on a major ability for them to make revenue or something along those lines. Maybe it wasn't them or something along those, but happened with them. PC Part Picker is probably someone else that makes a tremendous amount of referrals. The thing is, I think these guys get fucked in the opposite way, if I had to guess. I don't think that PC Part Picker is getting increased rates from Amazon or Newegg just because they're driving a lot of sales. I think they're actually getting reduced amounts actually because they're like, you need us more than we need you. Go fuck yourself type of thing. So that's my suspicion of what's the case. So we'll see more. We'll learn more in the coming days. And yeah, that's it. That's for today's thing. Have a good one.